Alright. Get this relatively quick coding session on the road. Gotta figure out what's going on. Hello, Wolfie. We've got what do we got? We got some things to do. Things to take care of. Gotta figure out how strings work and Rust. Newfangled lifetimes. Crazy stuff they got. I figure out what to do, Guys, another thing that we're bringing in. So some minor differences from last time. This was not a naive date when we ended our last session. I brought in the chrono package. Because, you know, we want a date of birth. So naive, we don't care about no time zones or nothing, right? For a date of birth. Like, give us a year, month, day. Yeah, good enough, right? That's all we need. So that'll be fun. All we want is some naive dates. Alright. So, got... I think I changed how I was doing the hash maps. I wanted the power and the flexibility later on to change the hasher of the hash map. Apparently the default hasher is good for helping to prevent some sort of DDoS, I don't know, attacks by overwhelming the hashers with collisions and things. It's like, wow, sounds super cool. But it's like, I just want to put a few items into a kind of a key store. That's it. That's all I'm looking to do. I don't need anything that robust. I don't think I need it to be cryptologically secure for us to, you know, get back humans, Rakashans, or elves. You know, let's just make it fast. so I pulled that out of here because we're gonna replace the hasher for our hash map. They got a function for it here, right? With with hasher. If we could figure out how to give this thing a proper hasher. I tried a little bit of that last night. Couldn't quite figure that out. I think that maybe the library I was using was old. The docs for how to use it weren't up to date. Not sure. That's okay. We're gonna figure it out. Yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about. Look, we got these static strings here. I've been doing a little bit of research on strings in Rust, and apparently this means that these strings are in the binary themselves, which right now they aren't. I mean, look, we did an insert here, boom. That's the string we're talking about. The lifetime is static, it's in the binary, we defined it here. And the same thing for all of these strings, really. But ultimately, what do we want? Well, I think we're going to want to serialize these things out to finals, right? We also need to think about who owns what in Rust. Okay, it's very important. So, for instance, I think maybe we were correct here when we made name a string and motto a string. We're semi-correct here now in our non-serialization world by making this a static lifetime string. But I do think that we're gonna wanna change that. All right, so there's gonna be stuff to play with. So, in addition to bringing in chrono, I've also brought in Serde, which is like, you know, serialize, deserialize. Serde. And it's gonna help us to write some data out to various formats. I think that the format that we're most interested in is going to be Ron. Let's pull it up though. Let's pull up our DAX. Right, unless we wanted to, what is this? Yeah, this guy's ready to go. That's what we want. Right there. Rid of that guy. Alright. So yeah, see, it supports a variety of, what do you call it? Data formats, right? Which is great. So I'm thinking right now, to get started, we'll probably just start off with Ron. Right? So, yeah, here's an example. It's pretty easy to read text. It's the Rust object notation, as opposed to JSON, which is the JavaScript object notation. And there are some interesting advantages to using RON over JSON. So I think that for our human-readable text format, for especially for development purposes, we're going to do a lot of. I'm gonna be very interested in this ROM thing, right? And it looks great, looks cool. I mean, look at this guy, game config. It tells you the struct name right there. Apparently, it's optional, but still, it's like, that's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. All right, well, what else are we looking at? I don't think I need any of that stuff. Let's see. I think there's a compact binary format used for IPC with a servo rendering engine. So maybe, right? We can take a look at some BSON. Yeah, if you want to throw stuff into MongoDB, I guess, right? That sounds fun. Let's see. I don't think we need env. Flex buffers, the schemaless cousin of Google's flat buffers, zero copy serialization format. Now that sounds pretty interesting. Flex buffers. Yeah, I'm kind of okay. So we've got message pack, which is a binary format that resembles a compact JSON. Which is like, I don't know, man. Zero copy serialization. That sounds crazy. That's like sci-fi land. How do you not copy data when doing serialization or deserialization, right? That just sounds nutty. But look at this. It's a thing. I guess what? It's last commit was July 23rd. A couple months ago. Seems pretty. And it's Google flat buffers. Interesting. So Google's working on this project. Latest tag is version 1.12. That sounds pretty fun. Pretty fun. So we got a Serde example, we got some documentation and stuff. Yeah, so if we want to go to a binary format for things, flat buffers, it seems like that's pretty fun. I like it. It's schemaless. So if somebody managed to get into our binary files, like somebody wanted to, like, you know, hack into a game that we like export or something, right? That's so far down the road, it's like we don't even care. But it's if it's schemaless, it might be harder for them to figure out like what's what, right? Who knows? I don't know. I mean, yeah, if it really mattered, maybe you'd encrypt it anyways, right? Heck, maybe just keep it as text files. Like, yeah, I'm out of the game. I don't care. Yeah, well, there's a lot to think about, a lot to figure out. I'm trying to make a game. All right, so what are we doing here? We got. So yeah, we could start off with these RON. We could start with RON. A rusty object notation. Alright. So yeah, we get ourselves some data structures. We've got a few already. So that'll be interesting, trying to get them all to use serialize and deserialize. Make them all happy. Seems like what do we got here? So that's right. So Serde JSON, that was an example, right? So I guess we want Serde RON. Alright, so how do we get Serde RON? Do you have a Serde sort of example here? Let's do a Serde. It's designed to support all of Serde's data model. Excellent. So we know that. We know that much. Looks good, right? What about... We got some feature flags and some other stuff. So let's just Serde RON. Alright, I thought maybe there was another crate or something I had to acquire in order to get it working. Alright. Could be confused. Oh, I don't know. I think so, yeah, I was like, we was already here. Yeah, we got a bunch of data formats, cool. So how do I say, like, save to RON? Alright. This right here talks about Serde underscore JSON. I'm willing to bet if we could come in here and we could say Serde underscore Ron. No suggestions? Could not reach crates.io. Well, that's a little different-y than... Huh. Alright. Well, isn't that curious? We're gonna have to figure that out. Alright. Over there. Alright. Let's, what is this? Serde Ron. I know that you talk about Serde. You don't talk about, like, actually doing anything. Okay. Do I need to find any examples? Find some examples. Let's encode RS, right? Alright, so he brought in Serde serialize. Oh, and Ron Sir. Huh? Alright, sure. So we can serialize this config here. Sounds good. And there he goes. We make a config, and then what? Say, ooh, let pretty equals pretty config. What's a pretty config? That's a Ron serializer, I guess, right? So serialize is definitely from Serde. Yeah, so we can, what is this? Two string pretty. Yeah. Alright. We pass in the data. We pass in our pretty config. We expect some stuff. We print it. Alright. Sounds good to me. So for that to work, then we just need the Ron crate. Right? 060, maybe? Yep. Latest tag appears to be 060. Let's try that out, right? We're just gonna say Ron equals 062, huh? Interesting that sometimes what's in the crates here, right, is a little different than the tags that we see, but it's okay. Alright, so we've got Ron. Because what we want to do is, right now, we've got all this stuff sort of hard-coded, right? And that is, you know, it's fine for getting things started. Fine for, like, playing around. But, you know, you're gonna want to put these things into something or other that you can play with, you know? That's what I think. So, what are we gonna do? I think that we were... Oh, where'd this go? There we go. Get back here, Mr. Examples. There we go, examples. I got the encode. Yeah, let's just keep our little examples up to make sure that we know what we're doing. All right, so we got a new thing in here. So go ahead and get the build started. All right, because we're gonna want to use. What are we gonna want to use? Ron Ser, right? Maybe even Ron Ser, right? However that works. We're gonna do two string pretty, and we're gonna want our pretty config. Now for now, let's go ahead and comment that out because we're not going to use it, and we don't want Russ getting mad at us for having unused imports. Now let's use, what are we using? We're going to use Serde serialize. Now I think we probably also want to deserialize in here, yeah? Yeah. Deserialize. There we go. First, I think what we're going to do is we're going to serialize stuff into strings for output, into files for us to play with. And then that'll help to give us a good understanding, I think, of what it'll look like for us to, like, you know, here's what some example entries look like. Great, now go fill them up, you know, with the text editor and see, and then load them back in. So I think you'll start off with serializing what we've got, and then we'll move toward, filling out those files, and then loading them into the program at runtime. So we're just gonna play around with that. All right, so man, I think even our enums have to have serialize, deserialize, right? Here's a quick way to find out. What would we like to serialize, deserialize? Maybe dudes, right? Maybe, yeah, definitely like these skills. We want to load them from files, right? And kinds, yeah. I want to be able to load that in. I mean, we could even do web stuff at some point, right? Hit up a web service, grab all the latest stuff. Alright, we're going to save that. Hit Control 9. Boom! Adder type. It's mad because, what? Serialize, deserialize is not implemented for adder type. Which, as you can see, is an enum, like I said. So, what do? We give it what it wants to keep it happy. There we go. Now what? Naive date? Oh, come on. That's not true, is it? I was pretty sure I had played around with this earlier. I was under the impression that naive date... Alright, well, so much for that. Oh, come on, Chrono. I could have sworn that you guys had Serde sort of compatible stuff here. What else we got? We got some sort of just a date. Yeah, let's just try date for fun. Is that serializable? Let's see. Bam. Bam. Like that. What? Wrong number of arguments. Oh no. Time zone. See, that's the problem. I don't want to give you no time zone. That's why I went with naive date. Because who needs a time zone for a birthday? How does that even make any sense? Man, that's obnoxious. I could have swore I tested this and that it worked. But whatever. Alright. Fine. Alright, we're just back to a string. Yeah, you try to do fun things. Doesn't want to work out. Whatever. What is it? I don't know. March 12. Cool. There we go. There's a birth date. Just throw it in there. What's your malfunction? Oh, okay, yeah. So N2. Boom. There we go. This feels like one of those strings that dude stats should own. Perhaps also the motto, right? And his date of birth. This guy here, he is not. He is different. It's a different kind of thing altogether for the kind ID. Yeah, let's do that then. Then we can come back to where dude stats is defined. Let's, yeah, okay, all these guys, they're there together. Cool. We don't, static string isn't gonna work for us with deserialize, serialize. We've got some stuff to play with there, right? Alright, let's continue on with our mission to serialize all of the things. Right? Alright, I think that's all of the types. Control 9. Alright, built. Looking good. So now what? Now, Yes, so strings are about ownership. My biggest problem with this type here is that I'm pretty sure it's immutable. I'm not really big into mutable strings. It seems like kind of ick. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it! But, I do know what we do need to change, though. Maybe, perhaps. We'll figure out how this works. These can't be static strings if we're going around serializing them, right? But they're not really owned by dude stats. Now, these things come from, like, the hash map of the kinds, or the hash map of skills, right? Where we can, and these are the keys, right? These are the keys that we're using there. So that's what we want. Yes? Yes. So, what are we gonna do? Got some stuff and things to work on here. So all of these little enums, they're fine. This is not fine. This needs to specify the lifetime. Because again, these things come from kind of those hash keys, right? Let's try a strt. Yep. And strt. Cool. That's kind of the idea with them, right? Is specify with a source. Oh, yes. Well, this modifier to this attribute came from this specific edge, which we then can key on here. And remember that, like, you know, you can't really serialize these references. So it's like, yeah, it'd be cool to maybe have an in-memory representation of some stuff, and how you supposed to serialize that, right? That's kind of what I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to play with. Could be overthinking stuff, right? Maybe there's a better way. But I don't think so. Because when you deserialize or serialize, right? Either way, a reference, like what, an in-memory reference to a thing? How are you supposed to get that back out? Alright, so this is all about being able to persist this sort of information. So maybe what we could have are two data models. Kind of the, you know, the stored data model, right? Of this is all the stuff that we need to persist out to disk. This is all the stuff that we need to be able to load back in. Versus, like, maybe there'll be the more efficient data model of replacing, like, these sorts of keys here with references to the appropriate edge for quicker data lookups. That might be a way to go about it. And then this right here becomes more of a transport format, which is fine. So that might be a thing to do. Then you could just throw away all the transporty objects when you're done with them, right? Yeah, stuff like this stays like that's the same. But these guys here, where you got like trying to do like this sort of like string key reference to a thing for serialization purposes, yeah. All right, so yeah, so we'll think, you know, we'll just keep going. We'll keep plugging away at this till we figure it all out, right? That's the idea. You know, contrary to what they want to make you think in those game jams. Yeah, games aren't really built in a day. You can have lots of fun with lots of toys and stuff, and I'm not trying to belittle anyone's hobbies or what they do. Not at all. Not in the slightest. Got a lot of respect for them. Because I can't seem to get out of my own way to do something simple. Just, you know, and call things a win. Alright. What do we got here? We've got some structure skill. Aim. Aim. No! No, no, no. No! No. Bad. Yeah, bad here too. Whoa. Because these are not... That was an autopilot mode. Okay. My bad. This is a label. This is a string. It is owned by kind. I don't like that it's mutable, but whatever. It is what it is. Oh, this, on the other hand, this. These were meant to be keys to something I haven't bothered, you know, a data type I haven't come up with yet. That's what these are meant to be, keys into that. So this right here really is an A lifetime stir. Right? Maybe, perhaps. See? And now this, a label and a description. Yeah, these are strings. And they are owned by the skill in question. This is much better. Alright. So now we're like, hey, this modifier source, what does it need? It needs a lifetime, right? Because now things are gonna get mad at us. They're like, hey, I expected a lifetime. And it's like, so now we're starting to get down like this. Ever expanding sort of, like, alright, well, there's your lifetime, I guess. Ah, but we don't know where that came from, so we have to define it here. And now whoever uses trait modifier, they also have to... Uh-oh. So this is kind of where this is coming into, right? Because I'm not really sure how to, like, do it any other way. It's just, here's all the things. Just take it. Just take it. Leave me alone. Oh, good. Dude already has an A, so we could just come in here and make these things happy with the A of dude. Oops. Boom, boom, boom. Alright. I just kind of hope that works. Alright, but now what? Now we've got labels that are strings, and we need to do an into to keep them happy, because these are strings that are owned by kinds. And their descriptions and their labels. Or, no, these, here we got label and plural. As you can see, like the word elves, for instance, is not as simple as just adding an S to it for the plural. But to help us support the things, we're going to do what we do. Alright. Some intos there. Into. Alright, now what do we got? Compiling code. Ooh. Cannot infer inappropriate lifetime for lifetime parameter DE due to conflicting requirements. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh goodness. Wow, a lot of that. Oh man. How are these requirements conflicting again? Yeah, I was pretty sure I got this stuff to compile doing this sort of playing around with this the other day. Cannot infer an appropriate lifetime parameter. First, the lifetime cannot outlive the lifetime DE. Alright. You don't like DE? Undeclared lifetime, DE. Oh. Let's name it DE. Penalty serialize when there is a lifetime parameter called DE. Alright, then I'll remove the lifetime parameter annotation. Ooh, there's an undeclared lifetime. Oh my goodness. What's the problem with this guy? I think I know what the problem is. Do we? No, I don't know, man. Hmm. Hmm. My thing is, abilities doesn't really own those strings, though. They're meant to be from. They're meant to be from somewhere else. They were just references to something. It's not really owned by them. We're just trying to reference it. Right? You do what you gotta do, though, right? Fine. Whatever. Find. Now what? Now I'm gonna have 3 errors here, right? Where what? We try to do a thing we shouldn't have? Alright. So we're just gonna say dot into. Alright. Into and dot into. Man, I really don't get this, man. Why is this gotta be so hard, Rust? Why's it gotta be so hard? Alright, 3 flavors of strings, transient, owned, and borrowed, right? The distinction is explained here. See, you did the same thing I was trying to do. Look at that. Where you've got some struct. Here's my lifetime. Right? Here's our amper. Right? Apostrophe A. Stir. Isn't that precisely what I was trying to do? Like, you know, 2 main ways to write deserialized trait bounds. Which, I don't even know what that means. Right? The deserialize and deserializer traits both have a lifetime called DE, as do some of the other deserialization related traits. Sure. You've got a trait. It's called deserialize. Cool. Alright. This is what? There are 2 main ways to write deserialized trait bounds. Why am I writing deserialized trait bounds? Okay, this has not been explained. Huh. The pic of me looks weird. Ah. Yeah, how about that? I'm just a little ghosty today. You know how it is when you get ghosty. Man, how long since I looked at chat? I'm missing stuff? Alright. What am I doing? Play around. Alright. What we got here? I'll play around. That's fine. Filters. That one. Alright, what do we got? I'm a little... Oh, I think it just crashed the camera. Yeah. Eh. Boom. There you go. That's better. I'm just gone now. How about that? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What is going on here? Yeah. I don't get this shit, man. Where's like the idiot's guide to like how to do this stuff properly? I can't read this today. I thought I had stuff more or less figured out. Yeah, borrowing data in a derived impl. Kind of derived impl? That doesn't even make any sense. Yeah. Other types must be borrowed explicitly. Let's see. Is that the issue? Doesn't even make any sense. This was the outer, right? You have an inner? It does have an inner. Just all of the things. I don't know, man. Man, just want stuff to... Alright. How's a cow? STD borrow cow. Ah, clone on write functionality, huh? It can enclose and provide immutable access to borrowed data. Huh. Alright. That is fun, yes? So what are we gonna do here? Man. I got any programmers here? Any pointers on how to take care of these things? I was like, what are we looking at? Here we are. Go back to kinds real quick, right? What are you about? It's string here. Vec of strings. Right? Why is this thing being weird? Ow. Wow. Wow. Alright. Did we get something right? I was not knowing what to do. And I was like, fine, then we shall explicitly borrow this. And that seemed to make it happy. Which I am thankful for. Alright. Let's try this back again. We just got away from doing that. I know. A and stir. But now what? Now we have to Serde borrow. Alright. There. Let's just... Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that there looked pretty good. Now what? Now we gotta come back. Oh, now that still compiles. But what? I think pretty sure we can go into our guys here and we can get rid of that stuff. Yeah, that's the idea, I think. Come in here. Boom. Alright, we don't need any of that here. Boom. Alright, now agile and claws, they're gone. Alright, good to go. These are very labely, that's what we want here. Alright. Yes, this is an ID, so it's not a string. It's not owned by dude stats. This is basically a reference into kind. Alright. Dude, it compiled. Man. Alright. Alright, maybe we're figuring stuff out. Ugh. And I'm really disappointed with you, naive date. I'm really disappointed. I was pretty sure Chrono was set up for Serde use. Like some Chrono feature I need to add in there that's not in there. Let's double check it before I get all mad and stuff. Arg. The GitHub, yes, the date and time library for Rust. Committed to 28 days ago. That is good. It strictly adheres to stuff and things. Features. It supports various things, alright, that may need to be enabled, right? Right. Optional features include Serde. Oh. Alright, do you have any, like, quick little explainers for how to enable Serde? Yes? Alright, let's try that. Alright. So, maybe I was wrong. Hang on, that doesn't seem right. We should have to say something like what? No, it's chrono equal to, right? Version is equal to whatever this is, right? Boom. Boom. Alright, good. And now we can say features is equal to Serde. Now maybe we can be less unhappy. Huh? Alright, come on, Chrono. Come on, naive date. Naive date. Give me something fun. Alright. Let's try that again. Alright. Where we're just gonna say, yeah, naive date from year, month, day, 1993, 3/12. Alright. Now, compile. Compile the chrono. Compile. Hey! That was the magic that we needed. Excellent. Wow. Alright. Wow. I'm actually quite pleased with that. That's pretty good. Yeah, it helps if you enable the features that you were relying on. Good. I like Naive Date. I like Naive Date a lot. It's way more useful than a lot of the other dates. Alright. I guess ultimately, right, if I was upset enough, it's a simple enough thing, right? If that's all I ever need in this app is Naive Date, I could just come up with my own struct. It's just like, what, a few ints? You know, unsigned integers. I do like that Naive Date supports, like, BC times well, but I don't know that Apocalypse Road Trip would need to understand those things. Unless we had some sort of, like, you know, story elements or stuff pertaining to, you know, ancient times and whose dates I would like to render well. You know, unless we want to go with something like that. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Let's see. So yeah, so I'm liking that. We had to say Serde borrow up there, and it was happy. We said Serde borrow here, and it's happy. That is good, yes? That is good. Now, we even have Vex with our trait modifiers here. Serde borrow. And that seemed to keep it all very happy. Very cool. So hopefully, I'm not 100% sure how these lifetimes work. It seems as though it may be desired for there to be multiple lifetimes, like B and C, etc. And so I'm gonna have to figure out what that's all about. But for now, hey, this thing built. That's pretty neat. Let's try to serialize it. Let's serialize it. Hey, Ronser. Yeah. Let's get some pretty strings going, shall we? Pretty strings. Excellent. Let's go ahead and put it above our Legion playground here. Okay. This right here, I guess, has become our Legion playground. Alright, and now we want to do some, alright, serialization play. And we'll come up with better ways to organize our project later. I knew you're having stuff back there, don't you? Okay, so now what? Now, we could say stuff like, where did my pretty go? Yes, here's some pretty. Alright, let's do it. Pretty. Alright. Cool. Oh, wow. Now, pretty config is equal to a pretty config. New. Boom. And then what? Dot depth. Limit. I'm not sure what a depth limit is. So we might want to look that up. I'm not 100% sure why it's there. What else could we do? We could separate our tuple. Right? Why aren't you helping me? Val? Oh, that's I'm not programming in Scala today. that was an issue, yeah. So what? Now separate tuple members is true. And dot enumerate. Alright, we want to enumerate, really, arrays. And we want that to be true. Just for funsies, right? I'm not 100% sure what these settings do yet. So we're just gonna stick with the example for a moment. Yeah. Smelling good downstairs. Nothing smelling good. Alright, what do we got? What are we doing? Alright, enumerate arrays true. Let s is equal to 2. There we go. And we want to give it some data. A reference to that data. Yes? Yes. Let's try giving it... We should give it Bob stats, of course. Alright. That's a good call. Let's give it Bob stats. Alright, so we'll call this Ser Bob. Right, and we can go ahead, I guess, and what? We could just do that. But then we have to start doing, we have to return result from main. Which is fine. We should maybe have been doing that a while ago, right? We want some sort of, like, what, a result. And I think it's, like, what, open, close, and then, like, some box, dine error? Is that not how that works? Oh. Unresolved reference to error. Alright. Main. What is this? Result box dine error. Alright. Right. Yeah. Oh, I guess I have to. I guess we have to import it. Yeah, import. STD error. All right, good. Now we can basically come here and we can say, okay, now leave me alone. All right. So then, when we put in our question mark here, where are we putting our question mark? There we go. Right? Is that not? Takes 2 parameters. Alright. Second parameter. Hold up a minute. Let's see, what was I looking at? Running code. Here we go. Yeah. Oh, we should also give it our pretty config, right? Pretty config. Yes. Now that is a string. Yes, we to make the automatic thing go away. Alright, print line. Sir Bob. Why? Because it's a Sir Bob. Just leave me alone. I don't see you coming up with any jokes. Alright, compile. Oh! No method named depth limit. What are you talking about? I got it. Oh. Yes. I think master is differenty than what I have. Yes, master is differenty. Pretty config. Yes, 9. So that's fine. Alright. Oh. So we did it. Shift F10. Ooh, wow. Look, here he is. Sir Bob. Wow. So let's just go ahead, right? We're gonna copy that guy, and we can throw him up into like a new scratch file or something, right? Give me a new scratch file. Here we go. And yeah, we want this to be, what? Do you have a RON syntax? RON? No? Alright. Give me some plugins. Maybe there's a RON plugin I don't have. Let's figure it out, right? So we got what? Where'd my plugins go? Here we go. Here's some plugins. RON. Really? No? Fine. Whatever. I'm just gonna make a new scratch file. Oh. What if I just called it Rust? Would you be mad? Probably. Right? I guess we'll just make it a text file. It's fine. Where'd my text files go? Just give me a normal friggin' text. Alright, there we go. Jeez. Man, look at this guy. Look at this guy. Wow. I wonder if I could like tell it how many. Oh goodness. No, can I not change? Oh, because it's plain text file. It doesn't want to understand basic concepts. Oh my goodness. Fine, whatever. Just really can't stand looking at all that ridiculous amount of space caused by a 4 indent. Alright, look at that. Oops. Wow. Yeah, so none of the skills have any modifiers. Yeah, that's fine and cool, but I mean, wow. I mean, that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. All right, and then from there, I guess, yeah, we could play around with our little with our pretty formatter guy. I'm not entirely sure what it means by like depth limit and stuff. So let's. What is this? Limits the pretty formatting based on the number of indentations, i.e., with a depth limit of 5, starting with an element of a depth indentation level 6, everything will be put onto the same line. Oh. Yeah, I don't need no depth limits then. I don't think. Yeah, I don't need no depth limits. That seems silly. Yeah, unless there's like some other. Unless like there's already a depth limit of 1 by default or something, right? Hey, well, I've been welcomed back into the chat room by Twitch a couple of times now. I've just been sitting here. Wow, but we appear to still be streaming, I guess, right? Yeah, if anyone's watching. That's fine. So we could separate tuple members. Dinner. Ah, would you what? Do you want me to come down for it or something? Is that what you think I ought to do? Configures whether tuples are single line or multi-line. If set to true, tuples will have their fields indented and in new lines. I think that depends on the tuple, don't you think? Let's I don't know, so let's not do that, I guess. What is enumerate arrays? Configures whether a comment shall be added to every array element indicating the index. Oh, that sounds bad. Why would I want that? That sounds horrible. Alright. Is there anything that is good in here with with indentor? Maybe that'll be good. What do you want for indentors? Default is 4 spaces. Yes. And I really did not like that default. 1, 2. Boom. What? You want to own this string? Fine. Whatever. Boom. There you go. Own that string. See what happens. Alright, so I have been summoned! I must now venture forth into the wilds. But I shall be back. Perhaps within the hour. And by within the hour, I guess I mean by 8:30? Not before 8. Perhaps. Anyways. So, good night and good luck! Here we go! Wait, what do I gotta do? I gotta pause this first. Alright, and then I gotta click this.